Most lights are for being awake, but one light I found is ideal for sleep. Meet Govee's Aurora Starlight Projector. This fascinating light projects two kinds of light over your room, along with sound if you choose it, and it can create an effect that mimics the great outdoors. In this review, I'm going to try out the Govee Aurora Starlight Projector here in my home. And just a quick caution here, I know it's not really that visible in the background here with all of my TV lights on, so don't take a look at what you can see in the background and think that's how it's actually going to show up in your home. In fact, I'll show you how this light works, what different things it can do, what it works best for, and what it's not ideal for. I'll wrap things up with the overall pros and the cons so you can decide if it might be right for you. I would like to say a big thank you to Govee for sending me a light at no charge for this review. While they have supplied me with the product, they haven't asked for or received any permission to have any input into this review, so you can consider these thoughts my own. The name explains a lot in terms of what this light does, so let's get to the how. Packed into a plastic housing on a swivel base, Govee's Starlight Projector uses two kinds of light. First, lasers project stars onto walls and ceilings. A secondary projection sphere allows the Starlight Projector to display a serene blended aurora lighting effect that mimics the northern lights or the aurora borealis. Compared to cheaper versions, this light has a sleek look that looks like a stage spotlight, and you can pivot the head up, down, and around to find just the right angle for maximum coverage. The Govee Aurora Starlight Projector is the only thing in the box, save for a power cord. There's no built-in battery, but thanks to the USB-C port in the side, a power bank could fix that. There's no AC plug included with the cable, so you may need one of your own depending on where you're going to place it. Once you plug it in and give it some power, turn it on and then open the Govee app. Choose the plus sign in the top right corner and connect to your light. I was online in a matter of seconds and it's easy. While the app will give you complete remote control over your light and its settings, there are also physical buttons. The buttons are kind of poorly marked, so it's difficult to tell what they do, but from left to right there's power, a button which will adjust color, volume up and down, and another button to choose different white noise sound effects. Then there's also a play pause button which controls the audio. Particularly in a dark room, it's quite difficult to locate the button you might need, and for that reason I recommend sticking with the app. Although this projector doesn't offer as many customization options as some other Govee light products, the Starlight Projector does hide a few tricks that may justify its price tag. There are a few dozen different themed lighting effects that act as kind of presets. While some are meant to pair with specific white noise, you can also operate both the light and the white noise on their own. The Aurora effect can cover an impressive 60 square meters or 650 square feet, making it suitable for a living room while maintaining a small footprint. I will say though, the effect lessens across a larger area, and while this is ideal for dark rooms, the light is actually pretty visible during the day too. If you want more control, many of the settings are customizable, including the speed at which the light changes, and you can also open up a menu which allows you to dial in the intensity of either the star effect or the aurora, and even turn either one on or off according to your preference. And you can also customize or create your own scene by adding 1 to 8 colors to your aurora. That animation looks impressively fluid, and it'll also change according to how you want it. There's different transitions known as gradient, breathe, rainbow, and twinkle, all of which offer differing levels of movement. You could think of the app as a special virtual paint palette, and the resulting aurora effect is kind of like generating a giant mural. Now, unfortunately, Govee doesn't offer the same level of customization for the LED star pinpoints specifically, and it would be nice to see this in future updates given the price of the projector. The projector's main weakness might be its inability to change the color of the stars, and they're not even white, they're green. Since this is the first time I've ever owned a star projector, I probably don't know any better and it doesn't bother me, but I can definitely see the point of wanting some variance in this color. You can adjust the star's brightness and alter their twinkling and orbiting patterns, but the projector does kind of lay them out in a bit of a linear pattern that is kind of noticeable if you stare at them for a long time and think too hard about it. This does make the star projection effect look a little less natural. You may not notice it at first glance, but the Star Projector has a built-in speaker too. Now, Govee doesn't actually make any other dedicated Bluetooth speakers as part of its lineup, so as I expected, the sound quality on this one isn't as good as it could be. The audio does sound incredibly tinny and rather hollow, and on some of the presets it can even sound downright fake. The ambient noise options run the gamut from the natural to the man-made, things like birdsong and rainforest, to a ticking clock, a fan, and a bunch more. There's plenty of options to play with, so you should be able to find something you like. The Aurora Star Projector will shut itself off after about 4 hours. You can disable this function or adjust the specific shutoff time by going into the device settings page and adjusting the auto off. Overall, the Govee Starlight Projector is a terrific Aurora generator, with the rest of the feature set maybe feeling a little bit tacked on. Let's go over both the pros and the cons so you can see if this might be right for your home. On the pro side, there's no assembly required, and it's essentially plug and play with easy setup in seconds. The Govee app makes adjusting every aspect of this light projector easy, and if you don't want to use the app, the physical buttons will give you that additional control. The lighting effects are truly beautiful and magical, and it goes a long way to creating a really nice room. The effects can also be spread over a large area, making it feel even more immersive. I also like the fact it combines two different kinds of light with the color wash Aurora effect and the LED starlights. When it comes to the aspect of this light I enjoyed the least, the built-in speaker might be a nice extra if you don't have a white noise machine, but I really hope future iterations of this product will improve the audio quality since it can sound artificial. I also think there could be future customization of the star effects with the option for more natural white or golden starlight as opposed to those glowing green pinpoints. Despite those few shortcomings, I don't feel like either of those cons really wrecks this light for me. I really loved my experience with the Govee Aurora Starlight Projector, and I think it would make a great addition to your home too. The Aurora Starlight Projector sells for about $79 US or $119 Canadian, and you can get it from Govee directly or any number of electronics retailers, including Amazon. And if you'd like to pair this light with some other options, Govee has a lock on the smart light market right now with plenty of clever products. Check out some of those reviews right now.